All right. Well,
Uh,
we can do this.
Hands clapping. All right. Don't worry about me, guys. Let's just roll.
Okay.
It's a, oh, man.
Welcome back. God damn it, Daniel. What the fuck?
I'm just in Uniqueville today. All right. This time, for real, I'm done.
I took a lease out on your heart. I took a lease out on your heart. Can I at least have fun? Can I at least have fun? Can I at least have fun?
Welcome back, everybody. We are Rough Draft Research. You are the audience, and together we're on a quest for Dynasty Domination. How's it going over there, boys?
Oh, man. I'm doing good. Doing
That's
Hey,
good.
good.
I got my Ken Dorsey jersey on.
Fun,
JD?
my,
fun.
good,
Got
my good friend Daniel got me for Christmas present when I
oh,
thought he
that's
was going to be the best coach of all time. It turns out I don't think he's a coach anymore.
oh damn.
You
Well,
gotta
that's
get
cute.
feisty to get one of those jerseys, too, man. I bought that from Ken Dorsey's mom.
She's like, yeah, he's going to
You,
be
if you
nothing.
want it,
Well,
I just
I
had to pay for
am
shipping.
also rocking a gifted jersey from AJ. I got the throwback Charles Woodson
Let's
jersey for the
go.
pack. Let's go. One of my all-time favorite player, actually, just in general. So hell yeah. And
Yeah, man. He just got his spotlight dimmed a little bit, right? They've got another defensive Heisman out there now. You know, go look at how many defensive Heisman's
oh,
we
I
got.
get I mean, does it count? He played both sides.
All
That's not
right.
fair.
Woodson's still number one.
He is absolutely
Yeah,
Wolverines.
dude.
Wolverines.
Dude, that was my favorite. NCAA football 2006 had him on the cover.
Hell yeah.
The
Nice.
throwback. I know he's a 99 Heisman, just so everyone knows, but he was on the cover of 2006.
Well, we are not here to revel
Charles
in
Woodson podcast.
old Jersey. I mean, that would be a hell of a podcast. That would be a great episode. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to finish the 2026 Rough Draft Research Dynasty Rookie Tournament. Slap a couple words in that title. It's not long enough.
Go.
Bring
But,
it.
but we are here, the final four. We got three more matchups for you, four more profiles, and then we are set for the NFL draft that'll be happening the day before this comes out. Some of these guys will have already been drafted, so gonna be pretty interesting. Maybe I'll get it out a little early, actually. Make sure that it's out right before the draft. So day before the draft is what we'll say. Anyway, I'll shut up. Let's move on
It's a lot
to
of math.
the final four. First matchup. We've got the number 9 seed, small school standout, Ted Hurst, wide receiver out of Georgia State, making it all the way to the final four, going up against the number 1 seeded KC Concepcion, wide receiver out of Texas A&M, the Southern champion going up against the Atlantic champion. Does the Hurst train keep rolling here?
Oh, yeah. He puts
Negative,
KC in a hearse. No, I just want to say
negative
that
Ghost
publicly.
Rider.
Yeah, no, I can't. As much as I love Ted Hurst, I love KC quite a bit more. So,
Indeed.
so if you don't know who Ted Hurst is, because he's still relatively a sleeper. I mean, first of all, you haven't been listening, and shame on you. But you might be wondering how he made it farther than any other small school standout we've ever had. I do think one thing, fairly weak schedule for him. Jamari Taylor, CJ Daniels, and Justin Jolly. Not really what I'd call a killer's row of opponents for him. Did defeat Zachariah Branch last week, though. But man, he is just an intriguing prospect that I really think is going to go higher than anyone would have expected a few months ago in the NFL draft. He projected a third round pick right now. I think he might go in the second, man. I really do. Some of it's down to his combine performance. Comes out, runs a 4.42 at 6'4", 206, a 1.55 10-yard split, and an 85th percentile burst score. And some of it might be his story. A 0-star recruit coming out of high school, jumps into a minor college and then transfers to Georgia State, which is still a minor college, and in 2024, and just absolutely goes off production wise. 1,960 yards, 15 touchdowns, 61% contested catch rate over the last two seasons. He did have 13 drops, which isn't great, but man, he's got some fun tape out there.
No,
Yeah, the guy seemed unlimited in his competition level. I mean, what a powerful dude.
are you talking about the tournament or his where he went to school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Man,
Both.
I'm telling you, yeah, he just kind of stomped wherever he went. Honestly, I put like he looked like he was leaving craters on the field when he
Hmm.
was driving into his routes. He can plant and move, and he just eliminated the competition's chances of stopping him. And like you're saying, Georgia State, what are you going to do? The clear advantage, that competition level can't stop him. And
Hmm.
then the quarterback play didn't do anything to help him.
Mm-mm.
So it's really a gray area, when you have supreme athleticism, production, on-field presence, the tangibles, the measurables, everything is in your favor, yet you were in a poor situation to succeed. I mean, yeah, we don't know. We don't know. And people are getting amped about it. I
Hmm.
think that carried him to the final four, but it's not just us, man. I've got my ear to the ground, and other people are saying Ted Hurst for president, and I'm like,
Hmm.
that's crazy. But second round sounds like a good call to me. He got absolutely loaded up with 124 targets, so they were just trying to bury this guy, but he only caught 71 of them, so 57% catch rate, only six touchdowns. So there's so much meat on the bone here. But when you watch him play, it's ridiculous. I mean, sure, there could be improvements in his route running. He knew that he didn't have to give his all to
Yep.
succeed. But he had 8 games over 100 yards, 2,000, yards in the 2 years combined, as you were saying. So the size, big, powerful. What do you want? Like this guy, he's just asking for a challenge, and he's about to get it. And I think he could step up and just keep on this track that he's on. Competition level will rise, and he may just rise with it.
Yeah. I agree with everything you just said. That's kind of where I stood. Like every time I'm making a negative notes, I'm just like he kind of rounds off the routes, kind of telegraphs his routes. It seems like
It's
he's a lazy
daring you.
blockers, but it's almost yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, it's I think instead of this being a negative, I think it might just be boredom, you know.
Sure.
And I mean, he can take the top off with his with like his catch point. I think I think he's like George Pickens like little cousin
Okay.
without the attitude. It's like I think he could. I think he has the talent. I think it's just is the mindset there. Like, will the mindset rise with the level of competition? That's kind of where I see it.
Yeah, I could see that. He compares himself to T. Higgins, which I thought was pretty interesting. And then Steve Smith actually on his podcast comped him to a faster Larry Fitzgerald,
Yeah.
which
Oh
that's
shit,
that's a crazy comp.
that's the
Uh,
guy who said Jerry Jew's a bitch, and he was right.
yeah, that's fair.
Uh, he's
Um,
saying a lot of stuff these
Cut that
days,
He
out.
does.
man.
He does be saying stuff. He says a lot. I yeah, Hurst man, Ted Hurst. He fires off the line, and like you said, he's a powerful guy. He uses that power to just push through press coverage a lot. I don't think it affects him too much, which I think is interesting. Obviously, the competition level is scary, but then the combine kind of puts some of that worry to rest for me. Obviously, you can't solely rely on that, but I do think he's raw. I think on the right team, he could really take off, and he has an incredibly high ceiling to me. And he was, like you said, Daniel, he was doing all this with pretty subpar quarterback play. Like, I feel like his numbers could have been really special. if every third ball that was thrown to him didn't go way over his head or way out in front of him. And he had to make adjustments to passes all
Mm.
the time, and he just did it so smoothly and
Hmm.
effectively all the time. Like this catch against Memphis where he's literally having to like turn and go the other direction from the way he was, and then just like finds the ball and like falls underneath it and makes turns it into a big catch. Like he's he could be really, really good, man. Like, I'm really into Ted Hurst. I'm glad he made it this far. And I hope people shut the fuck up, talking about him so that I can actually
Yeah.
get him in some drafts.
Better
Well, in
pick
that
him up before
case,
the 2-6 and the for the bell. Just saying,
in
call my
that case,
shots.
man, he's a
I can't.
he's a garbage bag. He's trash
He's
water.
the
Yeah, did you
worst.
see that yards after the catch per reception 5.3? That's a bad number.
His
Dude was
luck,
running towards the line of scrimmage on half of his catches.
it,
Poor dude.
his luck percentage is at an 87%, so that can't translate to the
Oh
NFL.
no,
So
Yeah,
that's
could
not
never.
sustainable. For sure not. Yeah, he had
Uh,
24 games. I'm counting all these guys up. 24 games and 15 touchdowns. So he's number three on the out of seven to make the Elite Eight
oh wow.
in touchdowns with fewer, like at least 12 fewer games than everybody else on this list. So
Wow, that's incredible.
it's
He
very nice.
He's a good one, not good enough to beat Mr. Concepcion, however. So Casey Concepcion is moving to the finals of the 2026 Dynasty tournament. And Ted Hurst's historic Cinderella-like run has ended in the Final Four. But what a run it was. Go get drafted, big man. So let's move on to the other side of the brackets, final four here. We've got the number two seed, Makai Lemon for the West, going up against the number one seed, Jeremiah Love for the Midwest.
Okay. Okay.
Jeremiah Love takes this one,
Okay.
in my opinion. I don't think there's much to argue there. He's likely a top eight pick at worst. And Makai Lemon, like a lot of these other wide receivers, has some really, really interesting traits, but maybe isn't like the true like alpha one that we'd want to see. But man, I really do like Lemon a lot. I feel like he's like a wide receiver that turns into a running back as soon as he has the ball in his hands. I've seen him compared a lot to like Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Like he consistently gets open. He has great consistent hands, and he can make people miss with ease. I mean, there's a play against Texas A&M where he had to literally like step backward and like lean almost to the ground to pick up the ball, but then he turned around and took off so quickly after that that he was still able to like just snap it, take off, make two defenders run into each other, and then break a third tackle going up the sideline. Like, I don't know, man. I really like Lemon a lot. He's one of my favorite players to watch in this draft.
Yeah, I've had fun watching him as well. He's just a heads up dude. Like
Hmm.
you see him, most guys are, sideline outside the hips, right? Running downfield. And like
Hmm.
so many times he's finishing his routes with his like, the perpendicular to the sideline. Like he's always looking back
Hmm.
as like a safety net. He catches the ball outside of his frame. And then what he does once he has the ball is just outstanding. I mentioned it when we were talking about Jordan Tyson, but looking at these seven, I'm going to keep talking about the seven that made the Elite
hmm
Eight. He has the best season out of any of them with this past season, 1,156 yards, 11 touchdowns. That's better than all the rest of these guys in the for 2025 at least that made the Elite Eight out of those seven. He just does it all though. He's got missed tackles forced 21. That's incredible. Contested catch numbers at 2/3, as you were saying. So he just does everything well. He catches the ball at a high rate. He does a lot with it after the catch. He forces missed tackles. He can get deep for some nice catches. And then he's just squirrely and really trustworthy as a target. I think he's going to be a big time slot possession type receiver
Hmm.
in the NFL level. And that's one thing that he does have over the rest of these guys Yeah, he was 75% or 70% in the slot. That's up there with Zachariah Branch. But most of these other guys we've been talking about in the Elite Eight are traditionally outside wide guys. So I think as a slot receiver, um, he's a little more appealing. Like you don't have to worry about him being a number one necessarily. He can do a lot out of the slot. That's going to make your offense a lot more dynamic. I think he's day one pro ready compared to some of these guys who are going to have to prove themselves and kind of earn their target share.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more. He has all the tools already, like you said, to just immediately show up in the NFL and start playing and really contribute to an offense. More so than a lot of these other guys for sure.
Yeah. No, I agree. I echo everything you guys say. I was not so prepared on Lemon, but I was watching some film and listening to you guys at the same time, and yeah, it just seems like his head's always snapping to the front, snapping to
Hmm.
the front, and that reminds me of a guy. Not that it's a comp, but like a Christian McCaffrey that just like does
Mm.
everything right. He like
Yeah.
is always in the right spot. He's always there. He's always a safety valve, and like, I mean, can't beat that in the NFL.
No, you really can't. He's super quick in and out of the breaks, and then immediately is looking upfield, like you're saying, to see who he can force to miss, who he can or where he can take advantage of a block or just whatever. He's just so consistently good at turning whatever play into more. I mean, just under half of his yards this season were after the catch, and he had a really good year. I mean, there's another example of a play that kind of shows all this off against Georgia Southern. Maybe not the best competition, but he catches the ball and the defender tries to wrap him up and he literally just whips around and like whips him off of him. And then he shakes loose, turns upfield. The next guy's right in front of him. He just takes 2 steps. That guy ends up falling on his face basically, and he takes it 50 yards for the score. Like he's just so dynamic that a team is definitely going to throw him in that slot. And I do think like an Amon-Ra St. Brown who would have been like a traditional slot type receiver ends up being like the wide receiver one for the Lions just because he does everything so well, and maybe he does a lot of it out of the slot still, but it doesn't hinder him in terms of production like it would some other guys. So I think that's where we're going to see with Lemon. Uh, but not enough to take down Jeremiah Love. So Jeremiah Love is moving on to the 2026 Dynasty Finals, Dynasty Rookie Tournament Finals, and Makai Lemon is falling just short at the Final Four. So we are here. This is it. The
Uh-oh.
final matchup. We've got the one-seeded Jeremiah Love from the Midwest going up against the one-seeded KC Concepcion from the South. And like you could probably predict, Jeremiah Love, I think, is taking this. So we will talk. I mean, we're going to talk about both these guys, but we'll start the conversation with Concepcion.
I mean, what gave it away? The Elite Seven talk, or
You already know. Elite Seven. I was actually thinking Concepcion took this one,
Oh,
but
oh
whoa?
yeah?
no. I want to,
Oh,
man. Did you guys see that letter he wrote to the GMs?
yes, I did.
Oh, I haven't
Yeah.
seen this. No.
Okay. Well, if you plan on talking about it, I won't spoil your surprise. We can get into it, man. I know you
Oh,
like
I wasn't planning to
Concepcion.
talk.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, so he wrote he's got a stutter, and I
Okay.
guess it's been a popular topic in his interviews and just like the conversations surrounding him. So he wanted to kind of just tell a little bit about himself, and he goes through like his whole life story, and basically just lets everyone know that there's more to him than the stutter. In fact, he is
Mhm.
the best wide receiver in this class,
Oh
and he
wow.
mm-hmm.
breaks down like his work ethic and where he came from and how he's always been a fighter and pushing it. And when you put on the film, dude, like this guy has, like, he's got two or three hearts. It's all
Mhm.
heart. And like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. AJ, I'll let you jump in on what you've seen with the guy.
Oh man, I just feel like he just works hard. He does everything right.
Hmm.
Drops his hips. He has twitch. He has burst. But like the thing about him is it just feels like it's a combination of being natural and just being disciplined. And I think that's so important, especially when you're talking about like people in the NFL. You look at people like a Stephon Diggs or George Pickens, and it's just like they just got the dog in him. Man, he's just got the heart.
Hmm.
For sure.
Like you don't see that, so it's like who knows where that can go, man. It's like he gets open. It's like he's like everything we wanted Rashad Bateman to be.
Yes,
He's
dude.
literally everything
Still
we
in my
wanted
notes.
Rashad Bateman to be. I brought that up for you, Daniel, but like he's a separator. He's like,
The
but
release is
he
off
also
the line.
Hmm.
releases off the line. But he's also got this like in between heart and dog where he's like he still talks shit, but it's like
Mhm.
you're a sweetheart. You know, I don't know, man.
You
I'm
can't be
excited
mad at
about
him.
this
It's not
guy.
cocky. It's all like it's all heart, man.
It's all fun. It's all just fun heart. He loves the game. Like I mean, I'm glad he made it to the championship, man, because like he is my number one receiver. I
Mm.
can't something about him, man. It's just like I think he's gonna do it. He's amazing. He's
I
awesome.
d Yeah, I don't see like honestly, the more I watch, the more I like him as number one as well.
Oh wow.
Because dude, he has the catch stylings of a guy like Jordan Tyson, right? But he also has the heart to play every play, without like I watched him do a 80-yard punt return and he didn't celebrate. He just stopped. He ran 80 yards, came to a dead stop and just like walked off. Like he wasn't winded, he wasn't cocky. He's just like wins the next play. You know what I mean? And he gets out there and he can play well against man coverage and press coverage. And he scurries off the line with varied releases and pushes downfield with some good speed and makes moves with last second acceleration to gain separation. But he like, I don't know, he gets contested catches. He can go vertical. He can fight a guy for the ball. He just creates with every single play. At the ball in his hand, through the route, off the line, he's got 7.2 yards after the catch per reception and 15.1 per catch. So we're talking about Zachariah Branch level yards after the catch per reception, except instead of having an A dot of 3.6, he has an A dot of 12.3. So he's actually running routes. He's
Hmm.
getting open downfield. And it's like AJ's saying, like I've seen, like it's undeniable to me that this guy is gonna give everything he has.
Yeah.
The way he returns kicks, a lot of these dudes are not returning kicks. You know what I mean? And if you watch him with the ball in his hand on a return, it's the same as when he gets the ball downfield. And when he gets a dump off, dude, I swear to God, he looks like Saquon Barkley when he gets a 3 yard target. He just like turns it on and gets nasty. It's insane to me. I've watched too much of his film. I've fallen too hard for this guy. And then I read this letter, and it was whatever. I didn't wipe any tears from my eyes. Kids,
He's
I don't
against
do
the
that shit.
world, man. He's
It
against the
was
world.
took me
I
right
don't
back
know
to
with
that
this.
Taco Bell. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. I think a team's getting one right here.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's hard to follow up what you guys have said about him. I
Do
think
it.
the only weakness he has is the drops, the concentration
Hmm.
drops, especially like 19 drops over 3 years is pretty obvious. But other than that, he's got all the tools, and that's not something I don't think he can overcome. He transferred from NC State and immediately changed the Aggies offense. He had 67 contested catch percentage this year, 48 first downs. And he's just so explosive. He just rockets off the line and he's streaming across the field. There's literally nowhere on the field that he can't get to in a couple of seconds, and he does it clean as hell. Like
Straight.
it's crazy. Like you mentioned, he's a good returner. It helped him win the Paul Horning Award for versatility. His feet are crazy, like lightning fast a lot of times, and he uses that to his advantage to just rocket off the line and then just beat somebody quick as hell. Yeah, I mean it's crazy how often you're watching his tape and he's just streaking over the field like wide
Yeah.
open, even if he doesn't get the ball. And almost half his yards come after the catch, and that speaks to his explosiveness because he only had 14 missed tackles forced, which isn't a bad number for a season, but it's not like amazing either. But he's just so good at finding open space that like he could catch the ball and just take it upfield. Like, yeah, I while you were talking, I looked to see the only league I have a first rounder, and if either of you were in front of me, and Daniel is, and I'm upset about it now because I don't think I'm gonna get him anymore. But
Bring it on, baby.
yeah. But yeah, no, I love KC. I've loved him since I mean he was my
You were early on
one
him
of,
for
one of
sure.
the first profiles we did was KC, and my love for him has not faltered. So it does hurt to see him make it this far and not win. But how could we put him over Love? What is there to say about Jeremiah Love that hasn't
Nothing.
been said in 1,000 songs,
That's
some
it.
with the same four chords? Um, yeah, I think he's a better prospect than Ashton Genty was last season by quite a bit. I don't think he's a better prospect than I thought Bijan was, but he's in that same like tier of like Bijan and Saquon Barkley to me. He comes out in the combine, he absolutely crushes it. I was there live, and he
Oh
just
yeah.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
so fun. Actively looked different than everyone else when he was running the drills. It was like you're watching these guys run the drills, and then if you're not like paying that close attention to who it specifically is, you go, "Whoa, who the hell was that?" Oh, it was Love again. Like, of course it was. He just looks like a different person. Didn't need to run the 40, goes out and runs a 4.36 just to do it. The production profile for him is great, 2,400 or basically 2,500 yards and 34. I messed up my typing here, but he had like 34 touchdowns over the past 2 seasons or something like that, along with 2,500 yards. 118 missed tackles forced over the past 2 seasons. At throw in 509 yards through the air and 5 touchdowns. He's got that circle button on lock. He's always burning people with that spin move.
Yes, dude.
It's so funny and amazing to watch, and he's just so athletic and but also strong, especially for his size. Like you would think he'd be 6 foot 220 something, and he's 212. But he can run you over, he can run around you, he can jump over you. He runs with crazy balance and is literally a threat to take any touch to the house. To me, the only downside with Love is that he might get drafted to like a bad team. That's the only thing I can
I
come
think
up
that's
with.
a guarantee, you know?
Yeah, like it's gonna be like the Titans or the Cardinals, and I'm just worried
Yeah.
that he'll end up having a year like Ashton Genty did behind like a not great line. Which also, can we stop talking about how bad this year was? He's like the RB11 in fantasy. Like he was
Yeah.
fine. He was not bad. But anyway, I sorry I took the reins there, but yeah, Jeremiah Love is truly a wonder to watch.
Oh yeah.
Right
Absolutely. I
on,
mean,
dude.
Jamal Jamal Charles ran behind a bad line.
Yeah, true,
It's true.
true.
He
Just
had good
just
coaching.
saying. Oh, that's what it was. Go ahead, Daniel, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I'm just projecting now. If he manages to make it to Washington, I think that that kind of gets really wild.
Mm.
Seeing him with the Titans would be fine. The Giants would be kind of weird with the Scatterboo stuff, but like this guy's unlimited. He looks like he forgot to change the video game off of medium after he played it for 60 hours.
Yeah.
Or, I'm like, come on, bro. There's an expert level somewhere out there. Like you are not even, you're just jumping over people to entertain yourself. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. He's awesome, and you can't really ever say anyone's better than Bijan for like a while, you got to give that some years, but it could turn out that he is at the pro level. So it just depends on the situation, but he has all the potential in the world to be locked in RB1 for years to come, as far as value and production go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. He's amazing, man. He's like Alvin Kamara.
Dude,
Send him
yeah,
to the
for
Saints. Let's
sure.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
No,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
mean, I honestly limited watching
the
film
outro.
because I was so mad that I won't have him on my fantasy team. So.
It's
This
tough.
is it,
Yeah.
man. I got lucky, dude. I struck gold. Struck
It
gold,
is
man.
tough
Yeah,
for
dude.
sure.
Clyde
But
Edwards-Helaire, 1-1. Let's go.
CDF, dude. You got cold dead fingers on the 1-1.
Alrighty, well, there you have it. Our 2026 RDR Dynasty Rookie Champion is Jeremiah Love, probably the odds-on favorite from the beginning. He takes it. We're not about controversy or upsets here most of the time, so what makes the most sense is going to happen. So, all right, there we have it. We have done 64 profiles on all of the names of the tournament. And I'm sure somebody will pop up out of nowhere and make us look silly. But until then, we can move on, and we will be back right before the draft. We're going to record another episode. Probably won't be out till after the draft, but we are always happy to have you with us during these tournaments. It's the best part of the year for us, the most fun we have. So thank you for listening. But until next time, we've been Rough Draft Research. You've been the audience. And we'll see you again soon.
Hell yeah. Thanks for playing along.